Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins. Hakuoki Kyoto wins, for anyone who could hear me, like, growl whispering. Anyway, in Kazama's route, and we're actually in Chapter 5, so we're starting the actual real new stuff now. So, we'll see what happens. December 1867. As the threat of the Satsuma Choshu's plot to overthrow the shogunate loomed over the country, the Tokugawa shogunate had been pressed to restore power to the imperial court, an act later known as the Imperial Restoration. Lord Yoshinobu Tokugawa had moved from Kyoto to Osaka Castle in an emergency effort to plan the defense against his increasingly perilous foes. But, even within Edo, considered to be the shogun's indisputable territory, Satsuma's sympathies had swept through the city. As a result, the shogunate had fallen for the Satsuma's mission to provoke them into conflict by attacking the Satsuma domain's capital residence. The shogunate army, acting on behalf of the agitated government body, sent troops to reinforce Osaka in order to punish the Satsuma's treason. Treason. Yeah, Spacey can speak. This was one of the final attempts from the shogunate to assert its authority, hoping that, by outnumbering the Satsuma, victory was assured. Back then, we had all expected to win handily. If we could have hopefully made a successful showing on the battlefield, the Satsuma would back down. Little did we know just how inaccurate this expectation would later become. Dun dun dun. The Shinsengumi was stationed at the Fushimi Magistrate, along with many other shogunate forces, as a contingency plan as conflict brewed in Edo. And so, we were welcome the new year? Really, Tim? What the fuck, Tim? We were welcoming the new year just before unexpected tragedy hit us close to home. Kondo had been shot by an unknown gunman while traveling through Kyoto, critically wounding him. Although his condition later stabilized, his right shoulder was seriously injured. Okita, whose illness left him barely able to walk, announced he was diagnosed with tuberculosis. No! We knew this. And he fucking died. Like, legit! In real life, he fucking died. That's sad! In order to receive treatment from Dr. Masimoto, both Kondo and Okita had to leave Kyoto and were moved for treatment at Osaka Castle. January 3rd, 1868. Huh? For some reason, the Fushimi Magistrate was buzzing in a panicked frenzy this morning. All right, men, to your stations. Everyone stay on high alert. Each of the soldiers was busy preparing for war. Oh no. Had the Satsuma finally made their move? I can't believe we're still with them.
What's the matter, Spacey?
Did something happen?
Yeah, looks like the Shogunate army is marching for Osaka right now.
The Shogunate army is? Then does that mean they're moving soldiers to Kyoto to prepare for battle? Nah, I think they're just trying to scare off the Satsuma with all the soldiers at their disposal. Best case scenario is they run with their tails tucked under their legs before we can even get there.
There's like 15,000 of our troops in Osaka. Satsuma and Choshu on the other hands have less than half that.
I thought it was a third. Now it's half? Man, their numbers keep climbing in every route. But they have guns. Shh, don't tell the boys. Don't tell them yet. It'll be a sad surprise when it happens. Well, we're on the side of the demons, guys. We're on the side of the demons. It smells terrible. Sorry, it's my drink. It tastes delicious, but it smells kind of terrible. It's weird. You're like, it doesn't smell as good as it tastes. Really weird.
With common sense, they don't stand a chance. They'd be stupid to not withdraw their troops.
Oh, really?
Anyway. Yeah, sounds great and all, but we're dealing with the Satsuma and the Choshu here.
Ichikata had walked into the room. We're in the outside, though. And beside him was Saito, as usual. Oh! I love you, precious.
Look, I think it's just simple math, you know?
Have you forgotten the Hamaguri Rebellion from almost 3 years ago? If they have already put forth this much effort, I'm certain they're prepared for our men. Unlike last time, the Sasuma will be on the other side of our front lines. He's so pretty when he's like this. I love this sprite of him. I want to pet your pretty drag queen face.
Yeah, I didn't forget. That's why any of us are here, preparing for the worst.
It seems like Saito's comment upset Nagakura. Suddenly, an eerie sound rang from afar. Eek! I'm surprised we didn't fucking eek. Without a word, we looked at one another. Nagakura then broke the silence, still irate from our conversation.
Seriously? That was a gunshot. Did that really just happen?
Seems like it. Saito, take Yamazaki and investigate outside. Shinpachi, rush the men to prepare for battle. Understood.
Roger!
I'm like, no, Toshi. My name is Toshi. Jesus! God, Nagakura. But I... Spacey just wants to ad-lib the game. Like, I just want to do a whole game where I just, like, ad-lib random shit, and we just keep going like it's supposed to be there. Anyway. As soon as... we kind of do that anyway, but... As soon as Saito and Yamazaki responded, they started to scout the surrounding area. However, Hijikata said nothing to me, and he left to delegate further instructions. Saito mentioned the Hamaguri Rebellion. During that time, the Choshu charged into Kyoto, but were driven back by the Shogunate and Sasuma. But this time, the roles were different. It was the Shogunate army who was on the attack, and the Sasuma Choshu on the defensive. It isn't really right for any army to try and oppress others through brute force. Eventually, barrages of gunfire were heard throughout Kyoto. The Shogunate army and the Sasuma Choshu had finally erupted into war. The curtain had been drawn. Before we knew it, the Fushimi magistrate was under attack, and men swarmed to rush outside and the incoming Sasuma soldiers. Swarmed to rush outside and rush the incoming soldiers. Okay. Then... shit! All throughout, is not a bad thing to say, but it's like, eek! Aye! For fuck's sake. Overly girly. All throughout the morning, countless cannonballs were aimed straight at the Fushimi magistrate. Fushimi?
This does not bode well.
No, it really doesn't. You're gonna die. Just before warning.
At this rate, it's only a matter of time before this building gives out.
So not what he sounds like in the fucking anime. And it makes me sad. I'm like, no, but I want him to sound like he's 80. Like, I want him to sound like he's a normal 35-year-old man.
Do we have no way of returning any cannon fire as well?
Well, the problem is that the enemy cannons are situated far away and high up, so aiming is hard. The Sasuma artillery units were encamped in a nearby mountain range close to the magistrate. Oh my god, side note. I was thinking about the anime in my head. It's really funny because if you play the game, like, you know the characters. If you don't, if you've never played the game, then you don't know. Like, the first time that I forget where they're going. And you see Shimada and fucking Yamazaki, like, they kind of focus on them, like, quickly. And you don't realize, like, you don't know, like, unless, obviously, we know. But, like, if you'd never played the game, you wouldn't know they're in the Shinsengumi side, right? But it's just so funny because you're like, it's like the anime's trying to be like, who are these bastards? And you're like, oh, wait, they're on our side. Like, you're like, look, it's Yamazaki! Woo! I don't know why. It amused me the way they, like, introduce him and, like, zoom. They, like, show him, like, sitting in a cafe and just, like, staring. What's going on? It's like spy eyes. Looking all suspicious and shit. It's great. Anyway. From their vantage point, they could fire anywhere. However, trying to fire cannons from a lower area to a higher one was nearly impossible.
No! At this rate, we may as well be serving as target practice for the cannons.
I love Inoue so much. Fucking love him, and I'm so fucking sad he dies in every motherfucking route, and there will be no more Inoue in any of the fucking, in Edo Blossoms. I'm really fucking sad! Guys. Inoue glared at their encampment angrily. In the meantime, I'd been occupied with calming the numerous injured soldiers returning. Alright. Tim, you're why mommy drinks. Like, exactly. For fuck's sake, Tim! That's like an extra goddammit Tim point right there. For fuck's sake, Tim! You've already pushed the limits. You gotta like, Tim, goddammit, for fuck's sake, Tim. That's the 3rd level of that one. Tim, I'm gonna nut punch you, you motherfucker. What does this even mean? In the meantime, I've been occupied with the numerous injured soldiers returning. That just sounds really wrong. What was that sound? Is the building falling apart? It's okay. Please don't panic. Everything will be okay, so please, just rest for now. As I listened to the thunderous bellows of the cannons, I could only hope it would end soon. That's all I could do. Just hope it would end. Go with the demons, it'll end. Each impact from the Satsuma cannon shook the ground beneath the magistrate. Ah! Fuck! I was growing impatient, but my frustration grew since all I could do was cower. Being so powerless left me vexed, and I just wanted to curl into a ball and cry. Oh God, honey, Jesus, get over it. Not like you have to go to work where I work. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I would do the same thing in the middle of a war. I would curl up in a ball and cry. But you know what? I wouldn't voluntarily be there. I wouldn't be like, I'll volunteer to be here. I'd be like, fuck no, why? You know. Then the cannon fire ceased, and the magistrate was eerily silent. I said quietly, really? Because that was a loud-ass creak, uncertain of what was to come, before I heard the gate open, and some of our men returned. I couldn't contain myself to hear the news of the front, and I ran out of my room. Yay! Oh. After seeing Hichikata and the rest of the men return safely, my legs felt wobbly from the relief. But their moods looked sour, and I was less hesitant to approach as I read their expressions more closely. Everyone was so silent, and the austerity of their arrival led me to believe things weren't well. Many of the warriors came back bandaged and filthy, and blood soldiers flooded the courtyard. Tim, go to your fucking room. I'm done with you, Tim. Go to your motherfucking room. You're not allowed to fucking type anymore, you asshole. Bloodied soldiers flooded into the courtyard, is what I'm fucking assuming that's supposed to say. Just seeing their worn, ripped uniforms illustrated just how intense the fighting must have been. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know I trip over words and I go back and read them, but I fix it. I'm not just like, and they just... Jesus Christ, Tim, learn to edit your shit. And if you're gonna go to work drunk, motherfucker, at least check it the next day. The sun had begun to set, and the atmosphere around the magistrate had shifted from almost unanimous optimism to bleak frustration. Seriously? Like, God, fix your shit the next day. God, seriously? Great. However, there was no reprieve for us, as enemy cannon fire resumed once more in the evening. Waves of cannonballs hit us, one after the other, and Magistrate had caught ablaze. And the Magistrate had caught ablaze. Fuck, Tim, I thought I told you to go to your fucking room! The Satsuma, to their credit, seemed to use the flames as a target, increasing the cannon fire. You know what? This is why I drink when I play these games. Okay, not all the time, but most of the time. A lot of the time recently. I'm not a drunkard, but seriously. Like, you know, you get a drink. You're like, because I need it. I need it. I need it for the goddammit Tim moments, okay? What the fuck, Tim? Are you fucking kidding me? For fuck's sake, Tim. For fuck's sake. And I swear to God, this makes me want to play these completely wasted. Because then when I just, like, read things like that, I won't know it's Tim, and I won't blame him. I'll be like, I just can't read, guys. Hichikata quickly gathered the captains when news of the fire broke out. This place won't hold for long. We spoke with the Aizu, and they've ordered us to retreat. Retreat? Where the hell are we supposed to go from here? Kyoto Castle. We'll regroup there in the castle and use it as our headquarters to plan a counter. Saito, gather the injured. Understood. Shinpachi, Harada, round up everyone who can still move and secure an escape route. Right, leave that to us. Again, get rid of any unnecessary weapons, munitions, or gold that we can't take with us.
Yes, sir. Consider it done.
Get rid of any munitions. We need that shit, though. You're like, get rid of the gunpowder and the guns and shit. Everyone bowed once the orders were received, and Hichikata was looking to leave the room quickly. It was difficult not to be intimidated by the tense atmosphere. However, Yo! I mustered enough courage to stop Hichikata.
What, Yukimura? Is there something else?
Who should I go with?
Oh, right. He's like, so staying here is not an option for you? He's like, I could give a fuck less. Again, take her to Kyoto Castle with you, will you? Oh, great, he's gonna die. What? No, no, I'll go by myself because he's gonna die and I can't let him die. There's gotta be one path he doesn't motherfucking die in. Can there at least be one? Just one! Fuck! Anyway.
Very well. Let's go now.
Oh, Hijikata flew out of the room and everyone scurried to their respective stations. Although I knew where I had to go, I didn't really have anyone to talk to about what was going on. What I wanted was to get rid of all these anxious, uncertain feelings, but I had no one with whom I could speak about said feelings. But, considering all that was going on, I guess it made sense that there was no time to talk. The least I can do for now is work hard and help Inoue, so I don't seem like a burden to anyone. God, she's been saying, I'm such a burden for 4 years. Oh, God, woman up. Or this is what I tried to tell myself as I silently followed behind Inoue. She's like, yeah, I'm defecting with the demons.
Okay, time to head out. Are you ready to leave?
Yes, I'm fine. We were finishing getting rid of the weapons before we rushed out of the Fushimi Magistrate. You got pockets, right? Take a couple guns with you. Many other warriors had already left, so we were some of the only ones who remained. Just then, we heard cannons land right next to where we were. Gah! Fuck! What the shit? The following shockwave made me trip.
These walls must be crumbling and the flames are growing in size. We must leave this place as soon as possible. Hurry, Yukimura! The city is surely filled with Satsuma Choshu shoulders.
Satsuma Choshu soldiers. I can't say that fast. Choshu shoulders. It's like she sells seashells by the seashore. Seashells by the seashore. I can't. I fucking can't. Oh my god, anyway.
Satsuma Choshu soldiers. So perhaps we should use the forest to avoid them.
Okay. Radio! Inoue and I left the crumbling magistrate, quickly making our way for Kyoto Castle.
We should arrive at Kyoto Castle shortly. I know you may be tired from running all this way, but it's just a ways away. Hang in there.
I'm fine. I'm worried about you. He's like, why are you crying? Because you're gonna die. How do you know? You've died like 9 times before. 10 times before. 10. This will be your 11th time. We're going for 100% streak in a way. Just as the words left my mouth.
You there! Stop!
Suddenly a voice came from behind us, halting us in our tracks. Mid-run. I can't balance on my toes. I put my hand on my kodachi and turned around. It was a group of foot soldiers. I sighed in relief. The Satsuma Choshu warriors were marked by their tight black sleeves, so these men may have just been shogunate warriors. Oh dear. However, the warriors treated us suspiciously. I was sure that explaining things to them would clear the air. Oh my god, no. Sorry to surprise you. We're from the Shinsengumi.
The Shinsengumi?
Yes, we're on our way to Kyoto Castle.
Wait, Yukimura.
Suddenly, Inoue placed his arm in front of me. Inoue? Like, stop being friendly with everyone. Jesus, how'd you get kidnapped, kid?
Hey, we got some enemies from the Shinsengumi.
One of the soldiers in front began yelling to his men in the back of his troop. You just got Inoue killed, you dumb fuck. What?
Yukimura, this way!
Inoue grabbed my hand and started running. What's going on? Aren't they in the shogunate army?
I'd think it would be more accurate to say were.
I fucking ate him. What did I goddamn say? I said go to your motherfucking room and stay in your fucking room. Don't you dare come out one more time, Tim. Swear to God. Backhand you. Tim is such a fucking prick. Anyway.
I think it would be more accurate to say were.
You mean? As the tide of war began to slide in favor of the Satsuma Choshu, some men had decided to betray the shogunate. But how could they? Ah! Oh wait, that's me. Motherfucker, you scared the shit out of me, you bastard! One of the foot soldiers.
I swear to God, I know how to say the word soldiers. I know how to fucking say that word. I don't understand why I can't ever fucking say it. One of the foot soldiers jumped from behind a bush. Capture them! They're in the Shinsengumi! Additionally, more voices came from behind us. I was starting to realize we had no way to escape, and I placed my hand on the hilt of my kodachi.
Yukimura, hide behind me.
Okay, sure. You take the Broughton, you die, and then Kazama will come and kidnap me, and then I'll live with him, and the Shinsengumi will leave me behind, because what a bunch of fucking assholes. I haven't been there helping your asses for 4 years. You're just gonna get on the boats and leave me behind and not even give a fuck. Dicks. Just saying. Kind of what happened in Ryoma's route. They're like, fucker. Inoue spoke curtly, and he took something from out of his pocket. It was tiny. It was tiny glass vial. It was a tiny glass vial. Fucking A, Tim. The serum? Inoue, is that the water of life?
It will be necessary if I hope to protect you from them.
Really? In every other route, in a way, you have literally tried to just shoot up 15 people. But anyway. But just as I screamed out to him, we were interrupted by the shots of gunfire aimed towards us. Then, Inoue choked up. Well, see what you did, Spacey? His eyes rolled behind his head and he collapsed. The glass vial containing the water of life in... They really... Fire Tim. Hashtag Fire Tim. Okay. The glass vial containing the... Please don't actually put that as a hashtag on Twitter or anything. But seriously. Fire Tim. We need to fire him. The glass vial containing the water of life fell from his hand and shattered on the floor. Wow. Wow. At least the other times he tried to defend us, got shot, whatever. He has this is a lame death. This is fucking lame. He was like, I'm gonna have to... Oh, and we're dead. You should have kept your mouth shut, Spacey. Kept your fucking mouth shut. Everyone's just pissing me off right now. She's been a dumb fuck and got Inoue killed, like, in, like, at least the least fighty way I mean, this is the most pathetic way he's died. Like, at least he's fought before and died, and you're like, noble death. It's okay. Now he just literally, we distracted him until he got shot. And Tim can't fucking type. Ugh. This is a train wreck. Inoue, hang in there! Inoue! I shook his shoulders as he laid still on the floor. However, Inoue showed no sign of response, because you're an asshole. His eyes were still open, but they were glassy, and the sparkle of life in them had dimmed. The hole from where the bullet entered his body gushed his blood. Ugh. Oh. I realized immediately, Inoue was dead, because I'm a dumb fuck and distracted him. And, yeah. The kind-hearted soul, whom I deeply admired, had been murdered in the lamest way possible. Again, oh my god, Spacey. Did we do it? Take his head! We hand it over to the Satsuma Choshu, we may get a reward! You guys are... I angrily unsheathed my kodachi, readying my feet to prepare myself to fight the soldiers. Good. Anger is your friend. You betrayed the Shogunate, didn't you? Betrayed? What Shogunate? They're gone. We decided on our own where our allegiance lies. Even if the Shogunate is experiencing a setback, it doesn't change the fact that you've betrayed both the Shogunate and Lord Yoshinobu. I vowed to serve the Shogunate, and yet you vowed to serve the Shogunate, and yet you're wrong. You run at the first sign of trouble? Aren't you ashamed? For someone like me, who witnessed firsthand from the Shinsengumi what honor really meant, these warriors committed an unforgivable sin. Get angry and stab them all. However, honor didn't seem to be something these warriors thought highly of. There's still one left! Fire! Then a group of soldiers, pointed all of their rifles in my direction. I'm assuming? Then, Kazama. An agonizing pain seared through my whole body. However, thanks to the demon blood flowing through my veins, all of my wounds quickly healed.
Ha!
What the hell? I saw a bullet hit him, but they're still alive. Is it a monster? Fuck yes. Hearing the soldier call me a monster made my heart hurt. You guys are the monsters! The bad ending is I might be a monster. True, I'm no human, however. You call me the monster? When you're the traitors who turn their back on their allies. You're the real monsters. She's like hiking her tits up, like, bitch! Yeah, I like it. The monster is saying something! It's like it's trying to speak to me. Fire! Fire at will until that thing's dead! Bitch, my name is not Will. Oh my god, first you call Hijikata Roger, and Yet another wave of bullets ripped my flesh apart, and my body felt weary. No, I can't die here. I must avenge Inoue. Good for you. You despicable pieces of shit. Abandoning the shogunate is one thing, but I knew it was going to be Kazama, so like, but anyway. Yeah, but attempting to harm such a noble demon specimen with your disgusting, clumsy weapons? That voice. Just then I felt the warm embrace of arms wrap around me before lifting me up. Yeah. And there she is, looking all derpy, ruining it. The soldiers' eyes grew wide, and in the blink of an eye, they were all slain, falling to the floor. Kazama? Kazama? Serious loss of blood caused my vision to blur. However, I could recognize that deep voice anywhere. I knew it was him. He actually does have a really nice voice in the game, too. Like, in the anime. You're like, oh, hi. Because, of course, it's deep and evil. Whatever. Save your strength. You may be a demon, but you took a battering back there. It'll be a moment before you fully heal. Compared to the other times we had met, his words were gentle and comforting. Wow, it's like he was such a dick, but like now he's being nice. Like, whoa! Have a nice side? Oh, I like it. Wait, why? Why was Kazama helping me? Because he wants to breed with you. This is creepy. This was a man who, time and time again, took sadistic pleasure in attacking the Shinsengumi. Another troop of traitorous soldiers watched Kazama from afar, hurrying over with rifles in hand. Who the hell are you? You with that monster over there? So what if I am? And me and my men here will shoot you to death. Shoot me? To death? Don't make me laugh. I didn't think it was possible to meet someone so unbelievably pathetic and ludicrous. Kazama grinned menacingly, allowing me to stand behind him as he chuckled to himself. He was protecting me, and from behind him I felt strangely safe. Wait there. It'll only be a moment until I wipe our sight of this filth. Kazama murmured to me softly. Then he turned to face the warriors, who seemed terrified. I mean, at least I tried to stand up. That was pretty fucking cool, at least. Then, let's make this quick, shall we? I don't like to waste time killing you worthless pigs. If you want to attack me, you'd better give it your all. It'll be the last thing you ever do. Fire! All of the warriors aimed their guns to shoot. Then Kazama vanished like smoke before me. And then I get shot, and it's like, I was behind you. If you disappear, they're going to shoot me. I'm behind you. And then I'd heard the sound of flesh being sliced apart. You bastard! You're a monster too! Sparks from the combusting gunpowder flashed in the darkness. Looks pretty light out to me, but whatever. Yet Kazama dodged each bullet with ease, slaughtering the men easily with quick slashes. Can he teach us how to be awesome? Because I'm just saying, we suck at being a demon, so I'm hoping he can teach us. It'd be the only route we get to actually be a demon and be useful, but the soldiers barely had time to scream out in anguish as they met their gruesome ends. There was an elegance in Kazama's madness, and as horrific as it was, I'd been entranced by it all. Damn, girl. She's getting turned on by murder. She's like, yeah. Wow. Come to the dark side. He's got lots of cookies. He is a cookie. Take a bite out of that. Anyway, what? Slaughtering you bastards is child's play to me, and you're not worth my time. Kazama glared coldly at the pile of dismembered corpses on the floor, and he sheathed his sword. Well, when you say it like that, it becomes less sexy and more disturbing. Then he turned to face me. Are you feeling any better? You should have healed enough to walk by now. Oh, thank you. But why did you help me? If you're still working with this Asuma, then that makes us enemies. He's like, dear God, girl. Kazama averted his gaze coolly, staying silent. Just then a whirlwind whipped around us. And out of the shadows, I heard a rustle in the bushes. For fuck's sake, Tim! I heard a rustle in the bushes, a figure emerging from the darkness. His other guys are... okay, no, it's our douchey brother. I was going to say maybe Sen, but... Oh, I'm so glad you're alive, Spacey. I was so worried that those stupid humans would have tried to kill you. What? Who is approaching us? How do they know my name? The voice sounded somewhat familiar. Are you having trouble recognizing me because I'm dressed like this? Oh, we'd met before in Kyoto, remember? Oh, I remember now. I think I remember meeting them on a round with Okita. Are you Kaoru Nagumo? You remembered me? This makes me so happy, Spacey. But you look... I can explain. But when we first met, I couldn't really tell you that I was actually a man. Or a boy, because you look 10, but you're supposed to be our older twin brother, and you look half our age, but whatever. The Nagumo clan of Tosa, eh? So you must be one of the demons from Shikoku. Indeed, I have you to thank, Chikage Kazama. Thank you for protecting my sweet little sister from those wretched humans. Little sister? Kaoru, however, ignored my question. It's true, because he's really only revealed himself in Okita's route, but... Spacey, there's someone I want you to meet. Someone I think you'd be very interested to see. Go with Kazama, back away slowly, grab Kazama's arm. Kazama, let's go, baby, let's go. Kaoru turned to face the forest behind him. It squinted to get a better look, and I saw a shadow emerge from the darkness. Could it be our dad? He's the only other bald-headed person here. It was... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Father? It's been some time, Spacey. How have you been, my child? Father greeted me with a warm smile, and all of a sudden I felt like we were back in Edo. You realize he's a dickhole. If I was unaware of all that he had been accused of by the Shinsengumi, then I may have possibly welcomed him with a tight hug. However, I took a step back as he came closer. Spacey, what's the matter? Father, honestly, I didn't want to ask him this. More than anything, I just wanted to take solace in the fact that we were seeing each other after over 4 years. Tell me, is it true that you were performing research that turned humans into monsters with the Shinsengumi? How would you do such a thing? Didn't you become a doctor because you wanted to save people's lives? I'll explain, Spacey. My adorable little sister. Shut up, I'm gonna fucking stab you. I'm your little sister? Yes, and I am your twin brother. After the Yukimura village was destroyed, I was adopted by the Nagumo clan. This is proof alone of our relationship. That's bigger than mine. Damn it. Why do I always have the little one? Man, it's because you're a girl. Oh, it makes sense. That's right. This is the Datsurin. The partner Kodachi to your Shosurin. Shote. It's shote. I'm just kidding. That was terrible. Kind of funny, though. Anyway. This is a family heirloom that has been passed down through each generation of Yukimura. Father, is what Kaoru's saying true? Yes. We were hoping to speak with you about these matters eventually. When Sen had visited the Shinsengumi a long time ago, she told me that I possessed the blood of a demon. It hasn't quite sunk in yet, that I had a twin brother who was standing right in front of me. Father, tell me one thing. Do we really come from a demon clan? Father smiled kindly. I don't blame you for not realizing right away, but yes, that is correct. You are the heir to the Yukimura legacy, meaning you are destined to lead our clan to greatness. I'm the heir, my brother's older, but it's because I'm a woman. Bitch! In your face! The one time being a woman pays off. Granted, other demons want to turn you into their broodmare, which kind of sucks. I'm not really sure how that works, but you know, we're the leader, but we're also his broodmare. Weird. Anyway. Finally, you've come to accept it. Nothing can make me happier. I didn't say I fucking accepted it. Questions that I'd had about myself for years were finally receiving answers. When I was a child, I'd realized that I was a little different to other kids. All the things Sen and Kazama told me before, they were coming together at once. And I am a demon. You're all like, look! Koto's like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's about time. I'm so sick of this goddamn drama bullshit. Kazama's like, wait, you're a demon? Even though he knows. And he's over there with, like, he's completely dead in the eyes. So, what the hell are you creating these fakes for? What you're doing is disgraceful. You're sullying the nobility of our demon heritage.
Don't you see? It's to restore the Yukimura clan.
Restore the Yukimura clan? Oh! All the Shinsengumi are going to become Furies, and then I get a man harem. Woo! I love this. This is a great idea, Dad. I'm down with this. Let's do this. Can I pick them? Yeah, all of them. Just take them all. Just fucking take them all. All of them. Whatever. Woo! Yes! This is the man harem round. That's the secret ending. Anyway.
With the help of the Nagumi clan, I finally perfected the Water of Life. With this, we can overthrow the Shogunate and take credit for its success. If that were to happen, the powers that be in this country could no longer control us.
It's time for us to reclaim what's rightfully ours and seek vengeance against the humans who destroyed our village. Why so glum, Spacey? Aren't you excited to lead the Yukimura clan? Now we can create a life of peace where no one would dare threaten us ever again. Not such a bad deal, don't you agree? There was so much to take in, and I was speechless from everything Kaoru and Father had said. How could they be serious? Did they really think the Water of Life could defeat the Shogunate and restore our clan? All those lives sacrificed. For what? For this? This sickens me. You want credit for overthrowing the Shogunate? All you're doing is interpreting the petty interrupting. I was like, wait, what? Interrupting the petty squabble of human affairs. Such an endeavor is beneath us demons. Hey, for once he's speaking logic. Usually he's such a bitch and it's like, you're doing bad things. No, he's like, ugh, you're beneath us. Hey, I like him. Sure, sit on your high horse, but weren't you working with the Satsuma as well, Kazama? What makes you think you're any better than us? I'm prettier than you. And taller. Kazama seethed with contempt, and his eyes glowed with hatred towards Kaoru. To what extent he had been involved with the Satsuma, I don't know. Also, we don't like Kaoru because he fucking forced Okita to become a Fury. Although, it did keep Okita alive. So, just saying it's not all bad, but... At least, though, I knew it wasn't something as selfish as trying to gain notoriety for toppling the Shogunate. Right? Because demons are supposed to get involved with human affairs, so that's totally wrong what they're doing, is all I'm saying. Instead of responding right away, Kazama fixed his gaze on me and spoke calmly. Mind if I kill all of them? Right here and now? No, I'll talk to them. Because I'm the head of the Yukimura clan. That's the good ending. Are we seriously gonna be, this is gonna be like the end? It's like 40 minutes in. I am the descendant of the chief of the Yukimura clan. He's like, oh, look at his sexy eyes. Jesus. He always looks like such a douchebag, and then you get down his route and you're like, hey. But seriously, there's like no romance here at all. Like absolutely none. None. The most romantic thing he's done is not talk about how he's gonna turn us into his fucking like broodmare. I mean, I'm sure he probably said that in some other I'm sorry, there's an app playing around. I'm looking. I'm just gonna like smack it. I don't know. Seems like just yesterday that you didn't even know you were a demon. Whatever. If you can swing it, be my guest. Okay. I took a deep breath before directing what I had to say at Kaoru. Kaoru, I've seen many men in the Shinsengumi become Furies. So keep this in mind as I speak. If you think that serum is our solution, then I think we have no need to restore our clan. No need to restore our clan? You mean to say... You think we should just grit our teeth and accept the death of our clan? No, I accept your death. Our village was destroyed. Our real parents were murdered. And you don't want revenge? No. Well, you're so naive, Spacey. Besides, with or without the Furies or the Water of Life, humans will continue to engage in pointless conflicts till the extinction of their species. With all of that corruption plaguing the future of this country, drastic steps need to be taken to prevent what happened from ever happening again. Kaoru... And this is going nowhere, but it's to be expected. With an air of composure, Kazama unsheathed his blade and stood in front of me.
I believe killing another demon is a punishable act that makes the offender a stray demon.
However, the crime of creating fake demons, to me, makes you even lower than that. Besides, as a demon lord, it's my duty to crush those who have strayed from the path of righteousness. Oh my god, that's some, like, fucking Saint Germain level shit. Like, you're not on the path of righteousness, so I get to kill you. I'm like, holy shit. And he does get violent with us. But...
I see.
Oh my god, Kazama just got romance points with our dad. That was weird.
I see.
And he grins. I mean, no, obviously there was no butterfly, but I'm just like...
However, it's a little unfair to expect me to cross swords with a demon lord.
Father put 2 fingers to his lips, whistling loudly. Then... Furies? What the... Pairs of red eyes flashed in the nearby darkness. This can't be... Oh. What appeared were white-haired, red-eyed Furies. It wasn't only 1 or 2 of them either. Out of nowhere, almost 24 Furies had appeared in front of us. Huh. You've sure been busy creating all these Furies, haven't you? Kodo, I could murder you over 1,000 times, and it still wouldn't be enough for me.
The human world is about to welcome a new era. We demons need to rid ourselves of these archaic customs and adapt to survive. Furies, kill that man and feast on his blood.
Not really a man, but whatever. Father whistled once more, and the Furies had gathered around both Kazama and I, and we could see their bloodthirsty eyes pick us apart. You'd be like, well, you're killing me too, you prick. Oh. Fuck. You think you can kill me and feast on my blood? What a joke. Do any of you pathetic weaklings really think you stand a chance against me? Kazama stormed forth, slashing with grace at every Fury that stood in his path. Yeah, but they're just going to heal. However, striking anywhere other than a vital organ on a Fury meant they could still heal. Furthermore, these Furies looked to be a huge improvement over the Furies at the Shinsengumi. Aw, poor boys. Just as this thought came to mind. We'll come back for you, Spacey. Next time I hope you give us a good answer. Wait! I tried running after them, but before I could even get close to them, Father and Kaoru vanished like smoke. Cunts. What? I lost them, huh? After seeing them disappear, Kazama turned around and slaughtered every remaining Fury. Okay, so I have no idea what the fuck happened. I'm just sitting here and all of a sudden screen goes black, everything goes black, there's no thing. What? My PSTV just turned its fucking self off. And the thing is, the light was still on. So it didn't even turn itself off. I have no idea what the fuck happened. It didn't unplug nothing. It literally rebooted. Why? Why? The light was on the whole time. Nothing. There's no way for me to have accidentally hit the power button. It's behind the thing. Like, no idea what the fuck happened. So, the annoying as piss thing is, I hadn't saved this because I played the last part and this part back to back, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I can just go to chapter 5 of Kazama's route. That's fine, right? No, you can't. No, you can't, because the game doesn't think you played this. Fuck my life, okay? Which is weird, because if I were to, like, leave and come back and go through... The game would let me skip through this, but because the thing shut down, it didn't save anything. Fucking irritating. So, I literally had to go... So I'm like, okay, I got to the end of chapter 4 in his route, skip through. Get to chapter 5. I literally had to sit there and click through 45 fucking minutes worth of shit. Like, obviously it went faster, but I'm like, because it wouldn't let me skip, because it's like, you haven't read this. I'm like, but I did. But like, normally, like, right now, if I left and I didn't save, and I go start his chapter, right? And I go to skip, it'll skip through. Because I did that one time. I was like, oh, wait, I don't want to do that. There's something I didn't want to do. And I was like, well, it's too late now, because if I go back, the game will auto-save, it saves it, and like if I try, it'll say, oh, you already made this choice, you've already read this, but I haven't read it because I wasn't recording. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't save it, doesn't matter. But because it rebooted. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not something wrong with the game that's fucking up my thing. So anyway, so we read this. After seeing them disappear, Kazama turned around and slaughtered every remaining Fury. He looked irate as he quickly sheathed his sword. After a moment, he turned to face me. Why are you here in the first place? Where are the Shinsengumi? I wasn't sure if I should respond or not. I didn't want to share confidential information with Kazama, who had been working with the Satsuma domain. However, no matter how extreme he may have taken things, Kazama did save me just now. I was on my way to Kyoto Castle. Got it. So they abandoned the Fushimi magistrate, so they hide their asses at Kyoto Castle, huh? So they abandoned the Fushimi magistrate, so they hide their asses at Kyoto Castle, huh? So. There was no more drink left in my drink. Very sad. Those pitiful dogs wouldn't stop barking about protecting you. Why are you here alone? My heart felt heavy as the memory of Inoue's death came back to the forefront of my mind. 'Cause that dude that's dead right there, I couldn't get myself to put it to words. Perhaps my silence told him everything he needed to hear. And Kazama slowly turned away. I'd be like, do you not see the dead Shinsengumi dude right there? I mean, literally, we haven't moved. How ironic. Turns out the only one capable of keeping you safe when you needed the most was me, not them. Kazama's words were strangely playful, and he smiled smugly to me without any real malice. So true, though. Although my doubts about Kazama's character hadn't necessarily faded completely, it was true. He kept me safe. What do you plan to do now? I will head to Kyoto Castle. I must rejoin the other warriors as soon as possible. He's like, rejoin the Shinsengumi. Don't do that. Why not? I knew that Kazama wasn't in any way fond of the Shinsengumi, so I wondered if that was an insult. God, I really hate fucking annoying sales call or like telemarketing calls. Like, stop calling me. Just because you're calling with the same goddamn area code I have doesn't mean I'm going to answer the phone. I'm not stupid. I don't think I know you. I know I don't know you, you dicks. God, it's irritating as fuck. And then you block them, and then they like call with a different number, because they like call like 4 or 5 times with one number, and then they're like, oh, you're not going to answer. We're going to call you with a different number. Still not answering, motherfucker. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Anyway. Normally, I felt Kazama had no right to tell me how to live my life. However, just for today, I didn't stop him from explaining himself. All of those areas have been taken over by the Satsuma. But if your idea of a good time is seeing the rotting corpses of your friends, be my guest. Well, thinking back to all that had been going on as we fled the magistrate, Kazama's words made sense. And if Kazama had never stumbled upon me, I likely would have been brutally murdered as well. Even if I were to head for Kyoto Castle, I had no guarantee it would do myself any good. However, let me let you in on a secret. Kyoto Castle's already defected over to the Satsuma Choshu side. What? The Yoda betrayed the Shogunate army? That's those were you not just here this whole time? No. She must have just gotten here. I stared in disbelief at Kazama. What? That can't be. They won't be able to enter Kyoto Castle. It's only a matter of time until the Shinsengumi runs out of allies and they're forced to give up. If you go now, you'll just be a burden for them. Don't go. I wasn't expecting him to say any of this, and my chest felt a dull pain. Yeah, it kind of will be a burden for them. Because you wouldn't be a burden for them if one of them was in love with you, but since none of them are in love with you, you're a burden to them, so. Go with Demon Boy here. Let's see, what do we do? Go with him. There's not any more choices, but is that true? What good would lying to you do me? Tokugawa's done for. I actually think Kazama could be telling the truth. His crimson eyes stared back at me solemnly. So the Yodo domain truly has betrayed the Shogunate. That's more of a reason for me to reunite with the Shinsengumi. He's like, the Shinsengumi men don't know that the Yodo has betrayed us yet. He's like, them, not us, dear. If I tell them, maybe I can prevent them from walking into a trap. So, reuniting them was even more important. Darling, You've got a real thick skull. Kazama turned away from me and started walking toward the darkness. I watched him become engulfed by the thick trees, and I wasn't sure if I should follow him or not. Should I run or... Kazama doesn't seem to be manipulating me in any way, so I trusted my instincts and ran after him into the forest.
We can snuggle together in the darkness of the woods. It'll be lovely. Yay!
Kazama was hiking up away from the trail. It seemed like he was aiming for higher ground. The Imperial Court sent a message to every domain in the vicinity of Kyoto. It said the Sasuma Choshu bear the gold brocade flag. Join us today. Gold brocade flag? This is a designation reserved for the Imperial Army, meaning anyone opposed to them is a traitor. Then that means the Imperial Army has validated the Sasuma Choshu's assumption of power. Wait a minute! Aren't the Choshu considered enemies to the Emperor because of the Hamagori Rebellion? How do they just get to become the Imperial Army while the Shogunate Army are labeled as traitors? How you've lived for so long around humans without learning a goddamn thing is beyond me. When power changes hands, it's just human nature to start stabbing everyone else's backs. The Su domain, Dotori domain, Geishu domain, and the Hawari domain. Totori domain, although their lord was the older brother of the shogun Yoshinobu Tokugawa, they assisted the imperial army during the Battle of Tobo Fushimi and many other subsequent battles. Geishu domain? A domain that splits the Aki and Bingo. It's not bingo, but it's bingo. But still, bingo. Bingo! We don't have a spot on the board for bingo, but surprise! Provinces. It also shares land with the Hiroshima domain. Oh, did I? Wait. Did I read them all? I think that was it, right? Yeah, okay. All of them are joining the Imperial Army. What? But the Shogunate's headquarters are in Kyoto, right? And the Owari domain are the head of the 3 branches of the Tokugawa family. They've even produced actual shoguns from their domain. How could such a domain betray the Shogunate? If you don't believe, see for yourself. Kazama beckoned me to look from where he'd been standing. Oh. From our view, all the way up in the forest, we watched as Kyoto was engulfed in flames. Cannons were firing into the Shogunate buildings, and deathly cries echoed down there. The ones leading the attack were... Oh no! Is that the Kyoto domain? It wasn't like I didn't believe what Kazama was saying. It was more like, I wish he actually was lying to me. I would have been happier that way. I watched what the truth looked like below me, and it was tough to swallow. Like it or not, this war's been decided, and it's the Sasuma Choshu who've won it all. When things fall apart like this, no matter how much you or your friends fight, it won't change. How did this happen? Lord Yoshinobu, complied to their demands and restored power to the Emperor. You're so naive. Do you really think someone like him would just willingly give up all his power like that? Huh? The Imperial Restoration was just political lip service, so the Shogunate could keep the status quo. No way they'd let the Kuge or an opposition daimyo govern all of a sudden. Opposition daimyo. A term used to refer to a daimyo that submitted to the Tokugawa shogunate after the Battle of Sekigahara, and as such were often kept at arm's length by the shogunate. I'm sure they thought they'd all come beg the shogunate to rule, or that's what Yoshinobu hoped. The Sasuma were just 2 steps ahead. Regardless, as long as the Sasuma Choshu have the Imperial Court on their side, they can do whatever the hell they want. In the end, all that matters is who controls the Imperial Court. That's the way this country works. The The shogunate should have worked harder to put more of their people in the imperial court. They had deep trust from Emperor Kome, and Lord Katamori Masudaira. Takes me a minute. Emperor Kome, the name associated with the late emperor. I didn't know too much about politics or history, but as the Choshu who attacked the imperial palace were distinguished as the imperial army, and the shogunate, including the Shinsengumi, were labeled as traitors, I just couldn't believe it. Look, you and I are demons. Everything here, including the Shinsengumi, is a footnote, really. I felt so powerless as Kazama told me all of this. No matter how much I believed the imperial court was unfair, it wouldn't change anything. I knew this to be the case, but I held on to a sliver of hope. But it's still not over yet. Maybe I'd wanted Kazama to acknowledge that there could still be a chance for the Shinsengumi. I didn't fully trust Kazama yet, but I trusted him enough to think that he respected me enough to be truthful with me. We still have soldiers at Osaka Castle. If we return to Edo, there'll be no more... Do I have to spell it out for you? They're done. Who in their right mind would willingly join a losing side? Face it, it's over. But I wanted to offer one more rebuttal, but a sudden loud roar came from the city. Kazama also picked up on the noise below, and it almost sounded like a celebration. Looks like they broke out the gold brocade flag. Now it really is official. Do you believe me now? Well, actually, the flag itself was made by a man named Ukubo of the Satsuma, just for me. Toshimichi Okubo, a Satsuma warrior who is mildly involved in turning the Satsuma domain against the shogunate. I was dumbfounded hearing that. Wait, does that mean it's not real? I'm unsure where it came from. Suffice it to say that if the imperial court trusts it, it's real. Oh, now that Tokugawa has been officially named as an imperial enemy, I'm sure they'll start handing out sentences to anyone affiliated with them. I was overwhelmed with the sadness of defeat. I fell silent, and the two of us shared a heavy silence between us. Kazama was waiting for me to speak up first. However, I didn't really have anything to say, but for the sake of breaking the tension, I asked him a question. So, what will become of the Satsuma Choshu from here, then? They'll rip the Tokugawa clan apart. Anything that can be taken will be taken. Their land, their ranks, their armies, everything. Why would they do such a thing? The same bullshit reasons as for anything else. Money, political clout, power, and honor. Humans would give up their own family members if it meant gaining any one of those things. The directness of his answer surprised me. I had thought that he'd keep all confidential matters concerning the Satsuma from me. And his indictment on humans annoyed me. So, you think that the only reason people fight is for money? Humans don't fight with honor. It's all just glorified robbery sprinkled with bullshit platitudes. All they care about is power and money. There may be many wars that have been fought over the reasons you describe, but not everyone fights just for money or political mobility. Humans are all the same. That's a generalization, and I don't appreciate it. The pursuit for power and money is only matched with the lengths they'll go to protect it. All weaklings can do is drag people down in their desperate attempt to survive. Or have you already forgotten the poor souls who tried attacking you earlier? Muggers, thieves, two-bit Ronin, all the same. I didn't forget, thanks. But even so, my father and brother were working to benefit their own people by overthrowing the shogunate and making their name from doing so. How's that any better than humans who act on their selfishness? Besides, there are plenty of people who aren't fighting for themselves, but rather to protect the people they care about. You must be talking about the Shinsengumi. I guess I understand what you're trying to get at. What? I hadn't expected Kazama to meet me halfway at all. The Shinsengumi didn't follow the same cynical blueprint he attributed to the rest of mankind. Yeah, and they just happened to pick the losing side. shit happens. The Shinsengumi were on the losing side. Kazama seemed to think it couldn't be changed. It does make you wonder, like, what's gonna happen to them? Are they all gonna be like, let's switch sides? Or, like, they're all just gonna die? Or, like, we'll forgive you. I mean, like, legit, like, how the fuck? This can't possibly end happily. Below, we watched as the Shogunate army was forced to retreat from the Kyoto forces' pressure. They're probably going to Osaka Castle. If they lose in Osaka, Ito's next on the list. Kazama seems certain that the Shogunate wouldn't be able to keep Ito as a stronghold. Just then, a gust of wind blew past us. And then... Ah, we found you two. That voice, we found you two. Guessing it's Amagiri, but... Oh no, it's them.
It relieves me to see you safe. I had worried myself sick thinking that you may have caught in the crossfire.
Sen, Kimigiku, what are you doing here?
I was looking for you, Spacey. I have an urgent message for you.
What is it?
It's about your father, Koto Yukimura.
He's an evil son of a bitch? Yeah.
This is...
Tim.
This will take some time. Do you mind joining us?
But I need to find the Shinsengumi. This may be difficult for you to hear, but the Fushimi magistrate has already fallen. Additionally, the Yodo are no longer allies of the Shogunate, and instead have joined the opposition. If you leave now, bitch, I know that! Tell me something I don't know! Literally, seriously. Kazama had literally just told me all of this, so I expected what she was probably going to say. But hearing it from Kimigiku made confronting the reality of our defeat so much harder. Let's go, Yukimura. But all of your so-called errands you have to do for the Shinsengumi can be handled by other people. However, the only person that can stop Koto is you, the heir to the Yukimura clan. The resolve in Kazama's voice seemed to drain whatever hesitation had been swirling in my head. Okay, Sen, can you tell me what's going on?
Of course, right this way.
Okay. I was like, are we ever gonna, we have to end this part. Oh, final chapter. Ooh. His route was really fucking short, like really short. But I'm gonna wrap this part up here. We'll do the final chapter and then the bad endings, in the next part. So the final chapter could be it's usually about 20 to 30 minutes. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.